Don't forget, you didn't appear until
But even
series
so,
2.
if we'd split the atom, they would invite both of us. Not just the guy who does the press conference.
So the thing came through, and I thought, I was worried about it, to be honest. But it just said, I will be attending, I will not be attending. Tick the box. And I couldn't bear to just tick, I will not be attending, because it was too harsh. So there was an RSPB number, and I phoned up, and it was obviously the head of the house or a butler or I don't know, someone. And he went, hello, Buckingham Palace. And I said, hello, it's Ricky Gervais. I've just got an invite to come and I said, it sounds weird, but I couldn't bear to just tick, I will not be attending. He went, well, you're the first person ever to bother to do that. Thank you so much. I went, my pleasure, sorry I can't make it. But don't you think that's weird?
It is strangely brutal.
It is strangely brutal, isn't it? I wonder if they've changed it by now.
Yeah, there's a little asterisk. Thanks to Ricky Gervais, it now says, I am too fat and lazy and busy eating cheese to visit your majesty.
What I think is this, that no one's ever ticked I will not be attending.
Right, yeah.
So it was never a problem.
So why did you not want to go?
I don't know, I just thought it was a bit intense, and I turned down all those things. I think I would like to go now, just to look around.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just felt a bit funny, just being invited there. I was invited to all those things at Downing Street as well, and I just thought, you're inviting me because I'm on the telly now, because I'm famous. Well, where was my invite when I was on the dole?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
With respect, I wouldn't have invited you circa 1983.
No, I haven't got a problem with, going to the palace except I do have a problem with sort of being wheeled around as a celebrity.
Because I used to think if I was ever invited to get given an MBE or a knighthood or something, I'd be like, nah, I'm not part of the system, I'm a rebel, I'm outside. Now I think it would be quite cool.
Well, I only think it's a problem for a comedian, because, we're sort of meant to dish it out, and it's difficult to dish it out if you're being seen.
What I do find weird is the idea of having to bow and scrape before people because I'm told to do that.
Well,
what I find is that idea of I'm obligated to be respectful to such a degree just because someone's the Queen. Like, obviously I'd always be respectful, but why can't I speak when she turns at what? I don't understand. That's I find a strange idea.
What would you say then?
Well, I just say, honour to meet you, Majesty. But I don't understand why I can't initiate that. Why?
I don't think she'd mind that. If you went, honour to meet you before she'd spoken, what she's going to say? She's going to go, cheeky cunt. I talks first, lanky. Karl, what do you think about all the pomp and circumstance around?
It's all alien. It's not for me. I don't like that sort of. I try and not put myself in the same sort of circles as posh people, because it's just it's like a different club, isn't it? It's like I said to you about young people and old people. There's such a different life going on. They say like the whale and the hippo are related. You never see them together. And it's the same with really posh, well-off people and someone who's just getting on with their life.
But I mean, that's the thing that's changed as well. The stiff upper lip thing, that's out of the window now. I mean, it's like everyone's got a new addiction. Everyone's, I'm addicted to drugs, alcohol. I'm addicted to sex. Not a problem, have a wank. And everyone's got depression now.
Can you be addicted to sex if you're not getting any? Because if that's the case, then... Oh dear. Do you think there's a big difference, Karl, between the Englishman of yesteryear who didn't complain? I mean, he just got on with things. He might have whinged about the weather and the like, but he just got on with things.
He carried an umbrella.
Yeah. Whereas nowadays, people are getting their Prozac and their antidepressants. If someone into therapy.
Yeah, he kept out of stuff as well. Just did a war and so and so. All right. They come in this way. If they come over here, give them a slap. Why are we getting involved now in everything? Thoughts on that, Karl?
It's news now, isn't it? Sometimes I think, don't tell me, don't want to know. Just get on with it. Whoever's job that is, get on with it.
Yeah.
Why am I being told about it? When I've got a problem with my job, no one else knows. No one helps me out and goes, well, I've got an opinion for him.
No.
This might help him. No one helps me. But I'm being bombarded by everyone else's hassle. They love talking, actually. That's what the English do. Talking, but they never finalise it. They love just being in the meeting room, talking, saying, yeah, we could do this, we could do that. I'm the only one in that room not getting paid. Everyone else is on a wage. I'm there looking at my watch thinking, like, I've been here for an hour, nothing's been sorted. They're looking, thinking we can drag this out for another half hour, get us to lunch. That's what annoys me. They're all sat there just pushing bullshit around the room like dung beetles. I'm sick of it. And that's what the English do. And it's a shame, because I don't think we used to be like that. I wish everybody just sort of kept to themselves more. Like, you know, certain animals do. They just get on with it. It's like an old-fashioned way.
What animals keep themselves?
Any animals keep themselves to themselves.
Oh, what?
Loads of things.
What animals keep themselves?
Badgers.
Why do they keep themselves?
No, they just start... Whenever you see them just sort of wandering about a roadside, they're on their own. Right. They're not sort of...
What are they doing?
In pairs. I don't know. Most of the time they're dead. I've seen more dead badgers than alive ones. I've never seen a live badger.
I don't know what his point is. So that's why they're one alone and two getting on with it. That's it. Most of the time.
It started off with some kind of poetic analogy. I don't know what that was.
Just...
Oh, God. I like this thing of the Englishman I knew growing up was you had to... When you hit a certain age, when you hit, like, manhood or puberty or whatever, 13, 14, 15, you had to start showing your mettle. Then the most important thing then was to the worst thing to be growing up was gay. That was like, you couldn't be gay. It couldn't be gay. Anything but gay. And then you had to be hard. You had to be tough. I remember, right, when I first started going to pubs, right, so I don't know, say 18, you walk into a toilet, the urinals, and the first thing everyone did was fart and gob.
Yeah.
That was it, right?
Yeah,
if you couldn't do that, then, you get funny looks. You go in the urinal and they'd look at you and go, oh, sorry. It was all about being a man,
I think wearing glasses makes you slightly exempt from that. It's like you don't have to... People automatically dissociate. It's like if I was in prison, I wouldn't have to do that because I'd just be the professor. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
or brains.
yeah.
I wouldn't need to be part of it. I'm never a threat because I never look like I'm going to be a tough guy. So consequently, I live in this sort of parallel stratosphere where I haven't got to piss and gob.
Yeah.
Has that got more popular?
Yes.
Has it?
Yeah.
There's a lot more people doing it in the streets now.
Really?
It's
not in Hampstead.
It still is, you know. When I walk
the only
in,
person gobbing in Hampstead is me. Jane says, don't gob. People are looking.
Well, it is. It's your trail that I'm seeing there. It's like a load of sort of washed up jellyfish in London. Just big blobs of it. I mean, I don't know how they're coughing this stuff up. I mean, they shouldn't still be alive. Some of them have, like, organs in them. It's just big lumps of stuff.
I mean, that list of idyllic, antiquated England of, tea and cakes and cricket, I mean, is valid. But I think the things that sum up Englishness, I mean, talking of the weather, I think drinking, war, we love a ruck.
Yeah.
We're built on war. We're a warrior race.
We're pretty good at war.
We are good.
We used to be good. I don't
yeah,
know.
no, we're very good. We're good. We're very good. I mean, I think we reached our peak with Churchill.
That's probably our greatest hour, our finest hour.
According to him.
Yeah. Well, he should know he was there.
He should know. And he'd like to drink, didn't he? He'd have to brandy.
He's not afraid of a drink.
He'd get pissed up, and no wonder he'd fight him on the beaches. He'd fight him anyway.
Yeah.
See, there's an example of a posh bloke. It was like I was saying. He'd lead you into battle. He'd have a weapon too. He'd go in there. He didn't sit back. I mean, when he was old, he did. But nothing wrong with being posh if you're willing to go and, get stuck in. What do you think, Karl?
Is it as scary though? I mean, imagine if he was rougher sounding, and he was on the front line. And
like he went, you fucking little cunt. I'll fight you on the beach. See me down in Brighton Monday. I'm gonna fucking smack your head in, you little fucking German cunt. Like that, you mean?
Yeah.
It's a morale boost.
Well, that's the other point of one, isn't it? That those speeches were for as much as morale as information and defiance.
You don't want to feel like the leader of your country could glass you if you got on the wrong side.
No, exactly. It's got to be rules under war, hasn't it? I mean, that fair play has got to come into it as well. Talking of the English sense of fair play and war, when the crossbow was invented, a lot of people wouldn't use it. They said it was unchristian. So our soldiers sort of resisted it. So Europeans got this thing that needed no skill, and it was shooting these bolts, and they could reload quick, and versus our bowmen. What do you think of that? What do you think of going, oh, it's cheating, we won't use it, but having a disadvantage? That's honour, isn't it? It's almost like it's okay to kill someone, but with skill.
But what's the problem here? What am I meant to be worrying about?
Well, you've got bow and arrows. Yeah. They're amazing. They're heavy. They're your arms. They've got trained bowmen. They're skilled. The most skilled sort of marksman soldiers in the country. Someone comes along and goes, "Don't worry about that. Here's a crossbow. Just pop it in, put it back." Deadly, quick. Anyone can use it. So now you've got anyone with a crossbow killing people.
Women, children.
Anyone can use it. So the Europeans, they're going crazy. Old William Tellon he's shooting apples off heads, right? But we resisted it because we thought it was, unchristian and cheating to kill without skill. What do you think of that?
But where were the actual bows and that being made? Because that's the thing, isn't it? The company who's making them, they just want to get out to a big market.
Brilliant.
That's what they do now with the iPod and everything. It's not about people wanting more music than ever before. That's not the case. It's about having the accessory. And if the bow and arrow was like sold as this, light to carry for all the family, that's how it would have happened. That's what it's all about.
Ye new bow and arrow from Ronco.
But what do you think the problem is?
But you're not quite getting Ricky's point. His point is the idea of there being sort of rules and fair play and etiquette in war. The objective is to kill the enemy.
I don't think war and that is a place to start getting all uppity about someone cheating or having a better system.
Really? You think all fair in love and war, do you?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. But
it's just about
rules, isn't it?
No, not in a war. There isn't rules.
So what about things like the Geneva Convention? It's the understanding that even if we're entering into a war, theoretically, there's a set of agreed...
It's good for both sides, isn't it? Fair play has got to come into everything.
What's extraordinary about the idea of English fair play is, famously the approach during the First World War, that we would sort of walk up out of the trenches onto no man's land and sort of politely march at a slow, steady pace across towards the enemy. I mean, and then we were just being machine gunned down. I mean, it was absurd.
Well, I know we were fodder. It was fodder to use up some of their bullets. I mean, it was crazy.
I mean, it's madness. But in a way, it's the gentry who are leading us, seeing the average Tommy as a sort of as cannon fodder.
Of course. And we've got to realise that most of the people didn't want to be there. Most of them didn't even understand it. I mean, and if you think of the first and second, they were just wars, But I can't imagine what it'd be like.
Do you think, Karl, in a war situation? You've seen all those films of the.
I mean, that's the one they had a knockabout and stuff, didn't they? They took the game of football.
In no man's land, yeah. Christmas Day.
But he took a football there. If I was on the front line, I would not be getting out the rule book. I can tell you that much. I'd be going mental.
Are you saying there should be some rules or no rules?
I mean, you've got to have some rules, otherwise it's just going to be like Grand Theft Auto, isn't it? I'm just going to go about battering everyone.
Yeah.
And you soon get bored of that. Mm. So I think you've got to have some rules.
Right. Which rules would you repeal that already exist, that you don't like?
It's a shame you can't tip as much as you used to be able to.
You mean in a restaurant?
No, just when you're getting rid of the mattress or something.
So flight tipping, you'd like to see more flight tipping?
What do you mean? This is something so personal, he's fed up, he had to take something.
No, it's just that they used to put stuff outside the house, and just like you had mattresses, you had sideboards, sewing machines. The thing is, it was a good way of recycling. Now they say recycle, but we're not recycling. It's just being put in a bin.
So you'd like to see more fly tipping?
No, not you see.
That's what we needed. London, more rubbish.
This is the problem. You see, look what's happened. Look what's happened to what I've said. It's been taken the wrong way.
Right.
I'm not saying tip. I'm not saying chuck your bin bags out the door and let crisp packets go everywhere. I'm saying if you've got old furniture, you should be allowed to leave it outside your house without the council going, move that, it's dangerous, someone's going to trip over it. Mm. Well, if they trip over it, you should have been looking where they're going.
Well, what if they're blind?
What?
What if they're blind? That's why you don't leave things out in the pavement, because blind people will fall over them and smack their face in.
What if a woman with a couple of kids in pushchairs has to go out into the road to get past
and
your piece of junk?
And get crushed?
No, because I'm leaving it. I'm not leaving it on the pavement.
What you said you were? Where are you leaving it?
Sort of outside the house.
Right.
In your front garden. Well, who's going to take it from there? That's just thieving.
No, sort of.
Where are you leaving it? Where are you leaving it, Carl? You haven't established where you're leaving this yet. Because so far, a blind person's fallen over and broken his nose.
I've never seen a blind person trip over anything.
You've never seen a blind person trip over anything?
Definitely not. They're better on their feet than some people because they're more cautious, aren't they?
So
make it more fun for them, if anything.
Why can't you just have this stuff collected by a second-hand shop or
because
send
they won't,
it to
they
a
don't come,
charity?
Steve. Honestly, they don't. I've called up people and they're saying, yeah, we'll be there in an hour. And I say, right, I'm going to put it out on the street and are you going to come and get it? Yeah, we'll be there. An hour passes by. They haven't been. Suddenly the council goes past.
On the floor, bloody loses.
And the council said, I call them up, do you want to shift it? Well, we might, but don't know when. Well, it's outside the house now. Well, you can't leave it there. It's your responsibility. You have to stay with it. Suddenly I'm wasting time sat outside my house with rubbish that someone else might want. But you're not allowed to leave there because a blind person might come along. What's the dog doing?
What do you make of St. George, the patron saint? What's your take on that?
Is he the one who killed the dragon?
Right. Tell us the story.
There was a dragon problem. Must have been in England.
Right.
George took it on. He took on the job. It was like a rent-a-kill. He came out. The interesting thing with him is, right, he was a hero then. I honestly think if he did that now, there'd be an uproar. Because he's the last dragon. It's the same way we try to save the panda and all that now. If he came out and said, I've done it, and he'd done what? They've just killed the last dragon. They'd go mental. There'd be marches. Idiot, bloody idiot. And that's what's interesting.
But it was going around burning people.
Doesn't matter, we shouldn't have killed the last one. It's the last one. And that's what we'd be like. You say, you should have saved it, you should have captured it and put it in a cage so we can all look at it.
There's no point. You couldn't have bred anyway. It was the last one.
Was it definitely the last one?
Well, you're saying it was the last one. I'm not bothered either way.
So you think that there were dragons?
Well, what are we celebrating then?
Well, it could be a metaphor, a dragon slayer. It could be a bad thing amongst us. It could be a foreign threat. It could be things that threaten. It could be anything. It's not to be taken literally, is it?
But the real legend of George was that he was a figure who stood up for Christianity. Have you ever done anything brave?
There was a kid at school who used to have epileptic fits a lot, and the teacher used to always say, if it happens, grab his tongue. And I sort of had a go at that once. His tongue.
His tongue?
Yeah.
What do you have a tongue for? To pick stuff up? What do you mean, a tongue?
His tongue in his mouth. Oh, his tongue.
Oh, his tongue. Yeah. Right, go on.
And they used to say, if he starts doing it, grab his tongue and that. And I sort of had a go at that once, and it wasn't nice.
Well, how did you grab it? Would you grab his tongue, did you?
Well, I tried to. It's like grabbing a slug. And plus his mouth's going up and down, like you think he's going to have me handy. So you sort of do that thing where you go...
So you were trying to grab hold of a kid's tongue, yeah? And he's
throwing himself all over the place. It was in a physics lesson. I sort of had a go, and then I thought, this isn't happening. So I just sort of kept putting my hand in, like I'm having a go. But in the head, I was going, I'm not going to get hold of it.
What you could have used is a pair of tongs.
Well, firstly, I don't see why this is brave. Kids have an epileptic fit and you're just supposed to help them out. I don't know why that's bravery, but even given that, the fact that you were thinking more about yourself in that situation than this other kid. You were thinking, I'll make it look like I'm helping, but I'm not really. And yet there's this kid having
I did at the beginning.
Doesn't that sum you up, Carl? Selfish?
No, it doesn't. Because no one else was having a go. At least I did try and grab it.
You weren't doing anything. You were just making it look like you were.
Have you ever tried to grab a tongue? It's like chasing a chicken. It's murder. And after a while, it wears you out. And it was weird anyway, because it was like...
What was he doing it for?
I don't know.
Why do you know after hours of chasing this kid's tongue?
I love the idea of you ever tried grabbing a tongue. It's a valid question.
I love that he's annoyed. He's annoyed that this poor kid's
What was your
having
technique? Were you trying to grab it
just with your thumb and your... What's it finger? Like a pincher thing.
Yeah.
But it was because his mouth's going down and...
Was he shouting or just...
No, just throwing himself around.
So that's your one attempt at bravery.
Well, hang on a minute, let me just think it
Go on and grab the tub.
There was a time you were chased by a bee and you scored a goal.
I forgot about that.
That isn't really brave, is it? As you were running away from a bee, and the ball happened to hit your foot and go in. Does that count as bravery? I love it when he goes up to the pearly gates and goes, well, you know, have you done the act of courage? I pretended to grab a tongue. A what? A tongue? A tongue? Yeah. Got chased by a bee, scored a goal. It doesn't count as brave at all.
What have you ever done?
Well, that's a good question.
I thought of some of them when I was a kid on the beach. There was a baby, like a toddler. I was about 12, and they were out. Their little boat was going out. The mother missed it, and they were miles out. And the mother was sort of distraught. And I swam out, and I was a good swimmer then. And I pulled it in, right? And she bought me a box of chocolates.
It's not enough, is it?
What?
It's not enough, a box of chocolates. I'd have been furious.
Really?
I'd have wanted a lot more.
I didn't expect anything.
No, it was like when I found that old lady's purse and I sent it back to her, and she sent me a little thank you note, but nothing. No cash, nothing. I was furious. I thought, come on, I could have kept that purse. I sent it back to you. I need more than a little thank you note.
I didn't expect anything. I was sort of, I wasn't even particularly proud of myself, but I just thought, well, I could just do it. I mean, if it happened now, I'd go, what's in it for me? I've just eaten. I'd go, is that your kid? They're miles away. Yeah. I've got less brave. I've got more scared of the world, yeah. The things I used to do, jump off sheds, I used to jump down flights of stairs to see if I could do it, walk, you know, all those things that kids do. And you lose your nerve, I think. Apparently, if you haven't bungee jumped by your 30, you never will.
Really?
Yeah, you sort of. I think it's a sensible gene kicks in.
I'm pretty sensible.
Yeah, you think, well, this is not worth dying for. Don't do it. You know.
Yeah.
I
think having glasses prevents me from doing a lot of things. No, seriously, because it's hard to be brave with glasses. Because if I stepped into the middle of a fight and there's people being bullied and I stepped in, my glasses come off. That's it. Now I'm just being bullied as well. But I'm also blind in this, so I'm just crawling. It's very hard to strike fear into your opponents when you're crawling around on the floor, looking for your frames, going, don't tread lightly. That's too quick there.
Oh God, I love that when you took up judo. And you think you overheard the judo instructor say, just knock his glasses off.
Just knock his glasses off.
But who are you, Woody Allen? What are you doing in this scenario? Why are you stepping into the dojo wearing a pair of glasses
How am I supposed to do judo without... Where am I supposed to...
Well, they come off immediately.
But what am I supposed to do? Not do any form of martial art because of the glasses?
I don't know. Actually, I haven't thought about that.
Exactly. This is the problem, isn't it? People don't think that. You never see boxers with glasses.
Well, of course you don't.
Right, exactly. So I've got no kind of athletic role models in that way, except Dennis Taylor.
Oh, God. A man with glasses. Me and my glasses.
Yes, to tell you this, I could write a book on the difficulties of having glasses.
But I suppose it's completely affected your life, hasn't it? Everything you do.
Of course it has. Fashion.
Yeah.
Sort of sport, dancing, moshing. Can't go in the mosh pit. I've always wanted to jump on the stage, take my shirt off and then jump back in and everyone catches you and you sort of sway along on top of everyone's hands. Can't do it, the glasses would come flying off.
But how do you swim in the sea?
I have to hand them to the singer and then I went to, I was in India recently, I went to Goa and I got myself a pair of prescription goggles. Could not believe my luck. It's revolutionised my swimming experience.
All right.
Goggles which have got the same lenses in as my glasses so I can see. All right.
That's good.
Went in there. Literally, and they're pricey as well. Went in the water. Within seconds, giant wave had come over, and it was crazy. It was like Rio all over again. It ripped off both my trunks and my goggles. They went flying off my head.
What?
Now I can only grab one of them.
My trunks have never come off. Maybe once I've dived in, they come down a little bit.
They came loose and they slipped down, thus revealing penis. Goggles came off.
I reckon you're like shorts man. I think you've been doing it on purpose.
You know how most swimmers...
Tie your shorts up, Steve. No, I'm just going to see. But if they come off, if they come off, then you might see something.
You know how most swimming goggles would float? Yeah. My prescription is so dense that they just sunk straight to the bottom.
If I should die, think only this of me, that there's some corner of a foreign field that is forever England. There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust whom England bore, shaped, made aware, gave once her flowers to love, her ways to roam, a body of England's breathing English air, washed by the rivers, blessed by sons of home. And think this heart, all evil shed away, a pulse in the eternal mind, no less. Give somewhere back the thoughts by England given, her sights and sounds, dreams happy as her day, and laughter learnt of friends and...
Second one, that garden tool you've got, it's not yours, what are you doing with it? Right? ND.
That was different.
That was what's a garden tool? A rake, right? If it's not yours, what have you done? You've nicked it. You've nicked Drake. You've nicked that rake. Nick Rake, right? So that's ND. You got that?
I don't know where that's fine. No, that's fine.
The third one, that male sheep sounds well fed up.
Go on.
What's up with it? That was TR. That was that ram. It's a ram. That's a male sheep. It's fed up. It's moaning. Ramones. The Ramones. So they got that as well.
Let's give it to Jenny McKean from Isle of Wight, because she's got all three of those answers. And
Right, straight on to monkey news. They better
no, let's play a record.
We've got to do monkey news. It's only 5 minutes to go.
We've got time for a record and then some monkey news, surely.
Last time you can win those amazing prizes.
All right. As always, just a little cryptic clue. Some initials of a band or an artist. Work it out, emailing or texting. That's it, isn't it? All right, the first one. Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Right? Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Right? Initials BD. Right? BD. Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Second one. I have a problem saying the French word for well. Right? I think that's the right word anyway. Wow. I have a problem saying the French word for well. So what's that? That initial there is K. Right, band or artist. And then the third one, you take 8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, 57 kebabs, times it by 27 kebabs. Right? The fella is struggling to work it out. What's that? What's going on there? Right?
It's a good question.
DS is the answer there. 8 kebabs, 2 kebabs.
I've got it.
57 kebabs times it by 27 or what have you. Fella's struggling working it out. What is it?
I've got that one.
DS. So just email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk or on the text 83936. Right then, First one was Richard's kid. He cuts hair for a living.
Yeah, what's that?
That was, well, try and work it out.
No, there's no point.
Dick's son, yeah, he was a barber. Barbara Dixon, right? Dixon, well, again...
Barbara Dixon.
Right,
her name wasn't Barbara Dixon, was it?
So
did Ronnie Corbett ever say, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Barbara Dixon? Never did.
I have a problem saying the French word for well. What's the French word for well?
Bon, isn't it? That's good. But...
No, that's good then.
Well, no, what?
And it bien.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I have a problem saying it, so I can't say it. I can't say bien. Can't say bien. Can't say Kasabian. Right? So you managed to work that one out. That's
say, one of your worst.
Can't say bien. Can't say bien.
Can't say bien. It's not.
And the last one.
That's terrible.
8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, plus 57 kebabs times 27 kebabs. This fella is struggling working it out. What's the answer there? DS. Right? A Donna sum, right? So he's struggling working it out. It's a Donna sum, right? So they got that right as well. So
what was the answer?
Donna Summer.
Donna Summer.
Yeah, Donna Summer. So just pick one, Steve. Steve, just pick one.
We went out on a high.
That was shocking.
What about? Let's have a look.
Well, it's the first one to get all 3. Steve, what's the first one with all 3?
Wow, there's so many here.
Yeah, but it's just the first one that came through in time-wise.
No, I don't like Rod because he's been slagging us off. In fact, no, let's give it to Rod.
If he's the first...
No, to be honest with you, Rod's been slagging us off, but at least he knows... I mean, at least he's got some taste.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well, BBC Radio 2, well, it's that time of year when we give gifts.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, we like to give, we like to keep on giving.
Yeah.
And that's why it's competition time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
nice link.
Yeah. We have a platinum disc of Madonna's album Confessions on the Dance Floor. It's framed, classy, giving that away to a person who can climb inside Karl's brain and understand what the hell
this is the challenge.
he's doing
I think we should give them a chance. We're also, we've got, just because we can, this is like one of those gifts we made, isn't it? We didn't buy it, we made it. This is extras on DVD, signed by both of us.
See, that's like giving away my camera, in a way. You know what I mean? How many, you've got loads of copies of them, there's no thought in it. You're having a go. You know what I mean?
But we were involved with that.
Yeah, we sort of did that. You did.
I did 10 years.
If you designed the camera and then built it in a little factory somewhere and gave it to Suzanne, I'd let you off, but you didn't. Also, a copy of More Flammable, which I signed, and some Flammable collectibles. Now, they're handmade, you see. Now, listen, that's not a cheap gift. A set of those Flammable collectibles, right, they're not toys, they're handcrafted, right? They went for £600 on eBay. So that's a good gift.
So if you win them, pop them on eBay, 600 quid.
Or 605, you know, they're very rare.
Yeah. Davey in Belfast, by the way, just the last one, he says, I bought my wife a silver necklace and I got the shop to put it in a box saying white gold instead of silver. Is this wrong? So if you're Mrs. Davey from Belfast and you get something tomorrow that says white gold, just maybe be careful. Pop back to the jewellers, just get them to check it.
He probably thinks he's safe because she's not listening, but any friends of Dave who's got a wife who's going to get a silver necklace with white gold.
She'll be showing that off tomorrow, going, that's white gold. Davey got it yesterday. She'll be showing that off on Boxing Day.
Yeah, when did you feel guilty?
Yeah, it'll slowly it'll haunt him, like Pose the Telltale Heart. Every time he sees it.
Tell the truth, Davey. Tell the truth. Say it's still a beautiful gift. It's a lovely thought, but don't lie. Don't mix a lovely gift with a lie.
It's this notion that Christmas is a chore. Oh, I've got to get the missus something.
I know exactly.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
It should be a joy, Carl.
Yeah, well, I do. I treat her all year round.
How do you treat her all year round? We know you got through 2 boxes of condoms, but that to me isn't a treat. Waking up next to you every day.
Well, listen, are we doing this quiz?
Right, Rockbusters. We should explain what Rockbusters is. Don't be fooled. It has no association with the popular TV show Blockbusters.
Although he's just ripped off.
He's ripped off the name, but I don't want to say the quiz is anything like it. That quiz actually had a format. I don't know what this is.
I know.
We should give it basically, Carl. I'm just thinking about it. You describe what you explain.
It's like a cryptic.
No, it's not cryptic. Because a cryptic clue actually makes sense, every part of it. You might as well call this "What band am I thinking of?"
Yeah. Right,
go on.
Well, what I do is let's sum it up in an easy way, right? I give you some initials of an artist or a band, right? That they play on Radio 2. If you listen to Radio 2 a lot, right, you'll know the sort of songs we play. Big, good songs, right? And what I do, I give you like a little description, like a cryptic clue about that band, right? Yeah. So say like if I said. If I gave you the initials WH, right?
Sure. Yeah.
This is a classic one, isn't it? This is a classic Rockbusters clue, right? WH are the initials of the artist of the band, right? And then like you say, right, I was in Texas, right, having a wander about, was over there on holiday.
Yeah.
This is the
Think of this, how long a clue is this for the gold run?
Yeah. All right, but so I was in Texas and that, and it had been raining. I fell over, right? Landed on my leg, right?
Yeah.
So that's the clue, and then I say WH.
Right. And the answer
would be like wet knee in Houston, right? Wet knee Houston.
There's no artist called Wet Knee Houston.
Whitney Houston.
No, don't try and make wet sound like wet.
No, but I'm just saying that's... Well,
no. Who's Wet Knee Houston? Who's Wet Knee Houston?
Alright, forget that one. Here's another one, right?
This is what you're dealing with.
This is extraordinary.
This is what you're dealing with.
No, right, here's another one then, a bit easier, right?
Right.
The initials...
Well, no, don't make it easier, make it work.
Right.
Okay, cool.
The initials ND, right? And the clue would be something like, someone's stolen my garden tool, right? Someone's stolen my garden tool, so you think about it, right, what's a garden tool? Oh, what's going on? Someone's stolen it. Nicked rake, right? Nicked rake, Nick rake.
Nick Drake, you mean?
Yeah, nicked rake.
That nearly works.
Yeah. So that's the sort of thing we're going to be doing. I don't know if you want to...
Well, let's play a record and then we'll come back with the actual clues and you can win yourself this platinum disc.
It's good.
It's exhausting.
Nick Drake,
Isn't Radio 2 brilliant?
It is.
It's good, I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's just nice to be off the Tin Pot station.
Don't slag it off.
No,
there's enough out there for everyone. This is Christmas and everything's lovely. Isn't it, Carl, in your world?
Rockbusters.
Get on with it.
Okay, these are the genuine clues. You can win yourself this Madonna Platinum disc plus some other goodies. And the clues are...
Right, Carl. So there's 3 clues, by the way. We've got to get three right to win this.
Oh, this is so hard. I mean, the worrying thing is if you do get these, you think like Carl.
Yeah, which is really
so you might want to give up all the goodies, just to not admit that you got a so-called Karl cryptic clue. Right, here we go, I'm ready for it. Okay. They better work.
No,
they better work.
They always do.
Just Wetney Houston doesn't work, because her name's not Wetney.
And they got it last time, didn't they? So. Right, first one. Put the...
I mean, it's just not... Imagine that in the Times crossword. Put the...
Listen, do you know the little information...
What are you doing? What are you doing? Is this still the clue you're reading?
This is what I'm giving it.
Rick, we want to get this done before Christmas. Let me hear it.
Listen, do you know the little information card you get in a mobile phone?
Oh, sorry, is this the clue?
This is the clue.
Okay, fine.
What you're going to say.
Rick, you're annoying me. Okay, be quiet. Now let's hear it.
The little information card you get on your mobile phone, right?
No, what's that?
Well, this is the question. What is it, right? But put that...
Shut up! Will you be quiet? We've got to do the news in 5 minutes. We've got to get 3 clues out.
You put that little card, right, on a spider's house. The initials... Listen.
Oh,
the initials. If they don't hear the initials, they can't play along. It's important, right? SW.
Right, I'm making a note of this.
SW, right? So that little card you get...
information card from
I've got it.
Right. Put that on a spider's house, right? Second one. Diana Ross isn't feeling that good. Right?
That's the clue.
Yeah, that's the clue. ID, right? Diana Ross isn't feeling that sort of good at the moment.
It's different. How can it be cryptic if the clue's different the next time?
Diana Ross isn't feeling that good. ID, right?
Okay. Right.
And then the last one, that stuff that I put on my toast, right?
Right.
It doesn't taste sharp enough, right? That stuff I put on my toast, doesn't taste sharp enough, right?
Eat your heart out.
The initials JB. Right, so there you go. There's the 3 clues.
Okay, so right, I've got that and it doesn't work.
Well,
does not work.
Just got into that.
Hang
on a sec, Carl. Let me give out how the people can get in touch.
Right,
Come on, I know you're excited to do the clues again. You can text us 88291. You can give us a call 0500 288 291, or you can email gervais@bbc.co.uk. The clues again, then, Carl.
Well, quickly. That information card you get on your mobile, just pop it on a spider's house. Right? That's SW.
Yeah.
Second one. Diana Ross isn't feeling that good at the moment. What's up there?
Oh, ID stuff.
ID.
Yeah.
And then the last one, that stuff I put on my toast, doesn't sort of taste sharp enough, right? What's going on there? JB. Right.
T-Rex Christmas Pop on Radio 2. After the news, we've got the answers to Rockbusters. Good luck with that. Still time to get those answers in. Plus, we've also got some more stuff to give away. Second competition. And, of course, Monkey News. If you've never heard Monkey News before, you will not believe your luck. It's truly extraordinary, Rick. Am I right?
You are, but this is the real news on 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC. Talk by Coldplay. We've got some Coldplay stuff to give away in the second hour. Coming up soon, some collectibles and some signed stuff and albums and everything. But this is the Madonna one we're playing for. The Madonna gold disc plus
Platinum disc.
Platinum disc.
Is that better or better than what?
That's better, yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah. Well, it's a gold one, but I just got the shop to put white platinum on it. Yeah. So it's a wonderful gift. So whoever wins this is sorted out, and we've got some other stuff that me and Steve have made for you as well. So Carl, give us the clues again and the answers.
So we're doing it now.
This is it, Carl. This is the final moment where we actually get to see how your mind works.
And you've got a winner and everything. We're ready to go, right? First one was, that little card you get in your mobile, right?
Yeah.
You put that on a spider's house.
Yeah, okay,
right?
so I got that one.
The initials were SW.
Yeah, so it's web, it's sim on web.
Sim on Web.
Yeah, Sim on Web. I've never heard of him. I've never heard of Sim on Web.
Is that a French artist?
That's Simon Webb, isn't it?
Oh, you said Sim though, mate.
No, but it still works.
No, it doesn't work, mate. It doesn't, mate, because you said Sim on Web, mate. It doesn't work.
Well, we got it. We've got a winner, so...
Yeah, it doesn't work, mate. Let's see if the next one works, because that one doesn't work.
Right.
Sim on Web.
Right.
From the pop band Blur.
Right. Diana Ross.
Right.
She's not looking that good. There's something wrong with her.
That's changed.
Right.
That's completely changed.
Diana Ross isn't feeling that good.
Right.
That was a clue. The initials were ID.
I've no idea.
Right. That was ill. She's a diva. Ill diva. Ill divo. Right. That sort of opera type.
Honestly, I'm speechless.
Again, you got it, so don't worry yourself
It's
about it.
absolute nonsense. You're an idiot.
Right.
You really are a stupid idiot.
So well done, if you got that and that. Last one. That stuff I put on my toast.
Yeah.
Sort of doesn't taste right. It's not sort of sharp enough.
No, look, I got it to be blunt, and I got jam blunt.
But there's no artist called Jam.
There's no jam. No, there's no artist called the Jam.
No, I've got look like Jam's Blunt.
Jam's Blunt. I don't know anyone called Jam's Blunt, though, mate.
So there's
What?
your...
No, what's the answer?
James Blunt.
No, you said Jam's Blunt, mate.
James Blunt.
It doesn't work.
So who's the winner?
It doesn't work. It's not a cryptic clue. It doesn't work.
Steve, who got them right?
You're such an idiot.
I don't know what to say to this guy. I mean, as soon as Christmas is over, pop in somewhere, get yourself checked out. Steve, I don't know how you pronounce his surname, Steve Toes or Steve Toze. He says, admittedly, this is the worst quiz ever.
It is the worst quiz ever.
He's still got the answers.
Nice one.
And he also says, say hello to my Mrs. Amy, who's up the duff for Christmas. Lovely, a wonderful poetic English.
That's lovely, isn't it? It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Great song anyway, isn't it?
That's what's weird, really, because you've done that, and that's kind of what I've done with Rockbusters.
Right.
I've taken something,
Well, you've taken Blockbusters and changed one word.
sort of made it better.
No, not really, because those are real clues that work. Yours are the ramblings of a madman. He doesn't really understand what the word cryptic means.
A little bit
It's
strong.
more, this should be called What Am I Thinking? What am I thinking?
We should just introduce the idea of Rockbusters to people who didn't hear it last week. Now, I'm trying to think of some classic ones. Do you remember there was now what was it? The
Jamaican
fella
fella spinning a fish round his head. That was Did Trout Spinners. And he tried to make it sound... I mean, it doesn't work.
You have to speak in a Jamaican accent and say
the way they
the
say,
trout spinners.
Well, they wouldn't say Trout. They'd say Detroit.
Trout spinners.
So it doesn't work there. So that's the stupid Wetney Houston.
Yeah.
No one called Wetney Houston.
Yeah.
So
you need to basically crawl inside Carl's head and figure out what's going on in there if you want to win these. We've got some Kylie collectibles for Rockbusters.
the good thing about crawling into Carl's head is there is a lot of room.
There's plenty of room.
It's
very much like when God created the earth. You can just fill it up with anything.
Yeah.
So your Rockbusters clues this week then, Carl.
Alright, so as always, we did it last week.
What can you win, though?
The Kylie collectibles, just
Brilliant. Excellent. Should we throw in some stuff of ours? Just to
If you've got any
If we get them for free, extras, flannels, etc.
Got some other junk liner in the office.
Yeah.
So then, 3 clues. You text in with the answers, you win the stuff. Right? First clue. The initials of the band or the artist are FF. Right?
FF, okay.
FF. And the sort of
Well, I
cryptic...
know it already.
And the not ruin it. And the cryptic clue, I've got snails, croissants and baguettes in my palm. Right? What's going on there?
No, I don't know it.
Right, there's the clue.
Say that again.
I've got snails, croissants and baguettes in my palm. That's weird. FF. Right, FF. What's the band with the
The
artist?
clue changes ever so slightly every time.
I know.
Right, the next one. My granny's is taking a penalty. She better get the ball in the back of the net. NM. Artist or a band. NM. That's an old artist, by the way.
Give it to us again.
NM. My granny's taking a penalty.
I've got it.
She better get it in the back of the net.
It's a good one. Okay. It's a good one.
All right.
That might be his best ever.
Wow.
There you go, right? And the last one, this is a tough one, but we know how it works.
Wow. When he says tough, he means doesn't work.
Yes.
Does not work. Repeat. This does not work. Go on.
The initial of the band, it's an 80s band, I think I've got to help them out. A is the initial, right? And the clue is, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that, what am I? Right? So, letters A, the cryptic clue, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that, what am I?
And the initial?
A.
882921.
That works.
You can give us a call 0500 288
I'm getting worried now because I'm getting all these.
That's really scary. Gervais at bbc.co.uk if you've got an answer for... or you need all 3 of those to win those Kylie collectibles.
Okay.
We were doing, about 20 minutes ago, Rockbusters, special New Year's Rockbusters. 3 clues, 3 bands or artists. We've had a number of responses. It really worries me when people get this right.
Well, I was worried that I got it right.
Well, I don't know what it says about our audience. It's like, why are we bothering? We may as well just shoot off. They'll be happy just watching the tumble dryer going round.
I know. Well, Carl, come on then. What are the clues again? Here we go.
Right, and so there's 3 clues. First one, the initials were FF, right? And that was, if I've got snails and croissants and baguettes in my palm, right? That's like the clue. What band or artist is that? Think about it, right?
Go on in.
The initials were FF. That's Franz Ferdinand, right? So like Franz Ferdinand. It's
Franz Ferdinand.
France, because it's like that's what they eat over there.
It should be French, really. You can't say France food, can you?
So
French Ferdinand.
French Ferdinand.
I've never heard of a band called French Ferdinand.
Well, a lot of people got it as well.
I know, but French Ferdinand. What are they? What label are they on? What label are they on?
It's just French Ferdinand. So you got that, right?
French Ferdinand, yeah.
Second one was my granny's taking a penalty, right? She better get the ball in the back of the net.
Go on.
NM with the initials.
Yeah.
Try and work it out. Your gran, that's your nan. Ball in the back of the net. That's Nana must score it, right? Nana must score it, right?
Nana Muscori. Okay, I'll give you that one.
And who is it? Nana Muscori.
Nana Muscori.
Yeah, so
Nana Muscori.
So that works. And then
No, it doesn't work.
Then
But it's close enough. It's close enough.
The final one was the initial was A, right? And the clue was and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and giraffes and all that sort of stuff. What am I? Right? That's I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu. No, I got it.
I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu.
So that works as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, no.
3 good clues as always.
Well, not really. Couldn't really call them cryptic, but...
Well, I'll give it to David Lyons of Ellsworth.
First one in.
Franz Ferdinand, Nana Muscuri, and I'm a Zulu. Well done, David.
He gets the Kylie collectibles, which is the... What is it?
I guess some Kylie collectibles.
Live signed
There's
stuff.
some signed stuff on there. I hope he's a Kylie fan.
We're throwing a signed extra DVD and some flannable stuff as well.
And on Monday, get straight down to some kind of clinic. Have your brain examined.
Right, okay, Bush.
Well, in the all-new Ricky Gervais show, there is no monkey news as such. That's going to come back, Carl. You've got to bring that back. But we're going to do something that we used to do on our local radio show called Rockbusters. Sounds a bit like Blockbusters, a television programme that used to be on television where they gave sort of real cryptic clues. Yours aren't cryptic clues, yours are ridiculous. So explain Rockbusters.
Give out an initial of an artist or a band knocking about like now or ages ago, and I give a cryptic clue.
Not a cryptic clue. Very rarely cryptic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's nonsense, but...
Well, as we once said, I think it is more accurately described a craptic clue.
Yeah.
Well...
Or what am I thinking?
Well, are you going to give an example, or will we just do them?
The classic example, of course, for me is a woman. She's an artist. The initials are WH. She was wandering around in Texas. She fell over. A part of her leg fell in a puddle. Wet knee, Houston.
That is the level.
That's what you're working with, people.
So it's going to give 3 of these. The first email that gets them all right, the first email we get, and it's timed, isn't it, emails, so we can know, that gets all these clues exactly right, can win, a signed photo of Karl?
Now that is exclusive. There are not very many. I don't think they even exist, do they? There are no signed photos of Karl, so this will be a collector's item.
Right. So, there's 3 different ones. When you send it in on email, podcast@rickygervais.com, just pop in the subject thing like Rockbusters, so I know what I'm looking for. Right then, so 3 different clues for you to work on. First one.
Oh, shouldn't I do a jingle for this?
Please.
Okay. Oh, that sounds cryptic. No, I'm not getting
Rockbusters.
Right, first one, the initial, right, is B.
The initial B, band
B,
or artist?
So, band or an artist beginning with the letter B. The cryptic clue. Well, I don't want a house that's that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it. Right? That's the cryptic clue. Well, I don't want a house that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it. Right? B. Artist or band. Who is it? Right? Work on that one. Second one. It's B again. B. Letter B for the band or the artist. All right. Cryptic clue. Right? That part of my leg is English.
That's it, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
That part of my leg is English. Initial B. What is it? Part of my leg is English. And then the last one, KW, artist of band. And the cryptic clue, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. What's going on there? Right, KW, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. work on them, right? Send in the answers, podcast@mixturedays.com, and just win some signed picture. Alright, so last week's clues, there was 3 of them. I'll give you initial of an artist or a band, and a cryptic clue.
Yeah.
You work it out, you email it in, you win a signed picture. First one was, well, I don't want a house that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it.
Go on.
Right, so that was B.